Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Proline. I'm Dave Koken, and from Jim Fife Sports, John Cranton is here with me. We are going to look at a good matchup tonight as the Oakland A's continue their series in Anaheim against the Angels. Before we do that, though, we got some good stuff to tell you about. Let's start it off with a big game from Jim that's going today. It's only $5, and this is a major play, John.
Yeah, Jim Fife has his getaway day game of the year. It's a somewhat early game in baseball. It's $25 online. However, if you want to get it for just $5, you can call the office 1-866-841-1655. Jim's getaway day baseball game of the year today.
All right, we'll catch you up on the free stuff first. You can get my free play on tape each day at 1-888-712-6800. That's 1-888-712-6800. Now, you can get the free plays from myself and Jim via text message. This is very easy. All you have to do is, if you want mine, you text Koken, C-O-K-I-N, to 313131. If you want Jim's, just text winner to 313131. And within seconds, you're going to get back those free selections. Cuts out the middleman. You don't have to hear us ramble on forever about what we've got going. Just get the free play on via text message. Plus, we can alert you to any specials that we might have. And works out great for everybody. I am offering I do this every once in a while. I know you guys love to get the big games, and believe me, we love selling them to you. But the sharpest guys are the guys who play every day and just go out about their business and grind it out. Because baseball's a grind. You'll have ups and downs, but the bottom line is if you want somebody who knows what they're doing, you're going to have more ups and downs. Long haul, you're going to have a nice profit for yourself. I call it a second income for a lot of people if they're disciplined and do what I tell them to do. I've got a special that's going to take you through the All-Star break for $99. You're going to get every action play I've got, and you're also going to get my under-the-hat plays. And it's all for $99 right through the All-Star break. One phone call gets you going today. 1-866-841-1665, the number to call. That's 1-866-841-1665. All right, tonight, Oakland is still in Anaheim. A nice win for the A's last night. Bit of an upset there because Moscoso was kind of, he's called up to fill a void with the A's having a couple of guys in their rotation. McCarthy and Ross are injured. They call up Moscoso, who had a cup of coffee a while back in the majors. And, boy, he looked like he wants to stick around with that performance last night. He beat Dan Herron. Great win for Oakland. They get a chance for another one tonight. And this time the matchup's, it's a good matchup. Trevor Cahill going for the A's and Irvin Santana for the Angels. And, John, look at these two guys. They have both excelled when facing this opponent. So something's going to give tonight.
Yeah, it's an interesting game way out west. And outside of the starting pitching, there's really nothing that I like about this Oakland team, though. I mean, they had that big win last night with an offensive explosion for them, but there's so much they have so much wrong with this team. I mean, the last 13 games, 4 wins, 9 losses. As far as defense, the infield defense, particularly on the left side, is very poor. Talking about Oakland and Texas, they're the most errors in the American League made. Yeah. And then the offensive production for Oakland, just terrible. They're 24th in runs scored, 27th in on-base percentage, 27th in slugging. The last 6 road games, 1-5. Look at the last 12 games they played, a total of 3 home runs. So the only thing that I see for this game good for them is Trevor Cahill. The kid's only 23 years old. How'd you like to have his arm?
Oh.
6-1 record, 1.79 ERA, and he has been terrific against this Angel team with a 4-1 record, 1.81 ERA. Inside those numbers is actually a little odd in that in 44 innings pitched against the Angels, 20 walks. So his control has been off for some reason when facing this team, and only 16 strikeouts, so it doesn't blow guys away. Only 33 hits allowed, so he is putting guys on base against this team, but he is getting them out. And one final note with Cahill is his home ERA this season, 1.34. Not surprising, it's such a big park there. ERA does nearly double on the road, but still, that's just 2.27 and a 3-0 record, and the team is very good, and his road starts going 12-5.
What the funny line there is that He said, boy, his ERA doubles on the road. It's all the way up to 2.3. And the A's do have some pitching. It's just amazing how bad their offense is. But David DeJesus gave him a boost last night, hit 2 home runs in the game, so they got a little something going for a change. Santana's nothing wrong with his numbers either.
Yes.
The thing is, he's got a very misleading record this year. He's 2-4, and his ERA's over 4. He's pitched a lot better than that. Santana's been really pretty solid for the Angels, and he loves to face this Oakland team. 12-3, 1.99 for his career, and it's steady because he's I believe he's 6-1 in Oakland, and 6-2 at home, and the ERA is about exactly the same. I think it's like one point difference at home and away in this series. So he loves to face the Halos. Cahill, look, once in a while he might go in there and throw a clunk around, but this guy's a terrific young pitcher. You said it. They have great young arms because they're big three with Brett Anderson, Gio Gonzalez, and Cahill. When you look at the years on these guys, the ages. Man, I'm telling you something. Can you please sign these guys long term? Because you got a rotation that's going to be good for a long time. Oakland's rotation is absolutely great. It's a tough ballpark at night. You got 2 pitchers who are capable of dominating out there. They're both going to be very confident against this particular opponent. Look, the odds maker put it in the number. I mean, it's 6.5, so you're not getting any bargains here. But this is a game that's got a really good chance to be 2-0, 3-1, one of those deals. I think under is what you got to look at in this game. And it's been a year of unders anyway, so you can't let the low numbers scare you away. A lot of these games are staying under regardless of how low the total they make it on it is. So that's the way I'm going with this one, John. It looks like a good pitcher's duel to me. I'm not sure who's going to win.
Yeah, when I first started to analyze this game, what jumped off the page was the total. This is an American League game with a total of 6.5. I mean, you can't get any lower for a game with a DH. But then you look inside the offensive numbers for these teams, plus the 2 arms on the mound, you can see where this number comes from. Now, I was looking at the Oakland offensive line. Just look at the box score from last night. You got the leadoff batter in Coco Crisp. On base percentage of 300, which is, you can't have that as a leadoff guy. Yeah, and he's hitting 270. Everybody else in that lineup is hitting 220 or 230. They're just horrendous up and down that lineup. And LA has had some injuries. They've got talent in the top 5 spots offensively in that order, particularly with Abreu who can draw walks. But boy, the bottom 4 of this lineup is just, they don't have anybody, and that's been hurting their offense of late, even though they're on a 6-3 run over the total at home. And the thing about Santana, you're right about him. The last 3 weeks I've had this guy circled as an under-the-radar pitcher because odds makers would look at his record of 2-4 and his ERA over 4 and say, well, this guy's not having a very good season. But that's not the case at all. You look inside his numbers, he's really having a terrific season.
He is.
He's allowed, fewer hits than innings pitched. In 64 innings, only 15 walks and 55 strikeouts. So that tells me there's nothing wrong with this guy's arm. His stuff is exceptional. And the thing about Santana that's been unusual for his career is he has very strange home road numbers. His road record the last 3 years, 25-11, 3.5 ERA. At home, he's 16-14 with an ERA of 4.5. I think part of that is the ballparks in that American League West. He goes on the road. Yeah, it is strange. At Seattle and at Oakland, you can do your numbers. But still, Texas is a hitter's park. But this season, he actually has a little bit better ERA at home of 3.89. And I would expect him, in fact, he's off that 4-hit shutout over Atlanta. I think he will do a very good job against this very weak Oakland lineup.
You know what's weird, by the way, is that when Santana first arrived on the scene, it was just the opposite. He was a home at night, absolutely great. If you put him on the road, and especially in a day game, forget it, his ERA was like 6. He just got destroyed. So he's kind of flipped it, but I think he's a quality pitcher, and he's the number 3 starter on that team behind Weaver and Harron. So nothing wrong with him pitching either. You got a glimpse last night. They lost the game, and I'm glad they did because they had the White Sox. But when Hamilton and Cruz are back in the lineup, that Texas team, they're pretty good. They're going to win. They're going to win this division. They stay healthy. Their pitching's okay. It's not quite at the level of the Angels or the A's, but the Angels and A's can't hit. and neither can Seattle for that matter. And you got to have offense. I know it's the year of the pitcher. That's why offense is even more important, and it's going to eventually win the division for the Rangers. So, hey, look, it should be a good ball game tonight between the Angels and the A's. If you want the real good stuff, I forget what you call it, getaway day game or of the year, whatever it is.
That's it. Yeah, getaway day game of the year goes. It's an earlier game on the card for today, Wednesday. You can get it online for $25. But if you want to get it for just $5, you can call Jim Feist's office, 1-866-841-1655.
That's a good deal for a big game from Jim. I've got lots of big games. No special promotional game today. But this is just an opportunity to get all my action plays and all my under the hat plays all the way through the All-Star break. You're talking, I guess, about 6 weeks of action here for $99. You're going to be real happy with the results, too. You're going to have more money than you started with. And the $99 fee, not going to seem like much, believe me. Take advantage of it. 1-866-841-1665 is the number to call. We will do it again on Thursday. Another edition of Proline coming your way. Until that time, for John Cranton, in for Jim Feist, I'm Dave Koken. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great Wednesday.